guess that's all my problems. I feel like I start from the bottom. I'm a loner and that is a problem. I'm a loner and not in a wildin'. The gun on my hip is a silence. And my niggas, they bringing the violence. Getting tired of all this violence.
I'm trying to catch my breath still.
I forgot that. I forgot the sickness. All right, welcome back to the potty. Today we have a special guest. We have the Mr. Joshy Neilson, also known as Bluey. Yes, give a round of applause there. Can we get the applause going? There we go. Can you get a round of applause going there? Beautiful.
Hey.
Welcome, bro.
What's happening?
Mate, thanks for coming.
How good's the space? This is so sick. This is great.
Do you want to tell him how many hours it took us just to put the overhead lighting in?
Not too many.
Worth it.
Couple of swear words.
Yeah, a couple of words, but we got that in the end.
Yeah.
Well worth it. This is grouse. This is very, very cool.
Yeah. It's cool. It's cool. It's our own little hideaway, little potty hideaway. So
Awesome.
Definitely come a lot further than what we were when we first started, which is...
Well, yeah. What about the first one? The first one was more like a porno shoot.
It was, man. I went back.
It was like, I swear to God, bro, like it would be like we had like these two like big lounge cushions that go in the corners there. But they were like
the very first, like...
the first porno shoot one, like
the bedroom. It'd be funny, bro. Like we had like the girls would come in, like Ellie and Miles were doing ones, and we were both sitting in. I was just, there's a brown lounge that sat there, and I was just like, oh, I'll sit down in the lounge. She's like, this is fucking porno, and I was like, nope.
Casting couch vibes for sure. I did just sit on that thing over there. Yeah.
Oh, that camera too. So that's like,
What have I gotten into here?
and we had the lights off, and it was just the red lights in the bottom there. She was like, "What the fuck is going
It's
on?"
very sleazy. Yeah. We're super low-fi. We've just got like one of them and a couch that I've just I sit on the same cushion every time. It's Gabe's couch. I've fucked it. I sit on this one cushion. I'm obviously just like slouching on it. I've just completely destroyed this. So it could be time for an upgrade.
yeah, I used to stand there's like this little thing on the side, and I used to, when I'd like sit down, I'd just play with it. And by the time it got so long, I was just like, I had to cut this off.
Oh shit. Yeah. No, this is grouse, boys. Congratulations. It's very
Appreciate
cool.
it.
Very, very
Yeah,
cool.
It's it's cool. It's a lot better.
It is.
That's for sure.
It's nice.
Good home base for you too. To actually get some work done.
Yeah, it's like you got the offices just around there, and then you can just jump in here and do the potty.
Fuck
pretty
yeah.
much.
You see my desk.
Straight away.
Absolutely nothing on
Not much doing there.
Cobwebs.
Yes. Yeah.
I was going to quit concrete about a year and a half ago, but still going.
It's still going.
Still going.
Still
Still going.
going.
We'll get there.
Man. We'll get there one day.
We'll get there.
Awesome.
How you been, bro?
Good, man. Good.
Yeah.
Just working. Coming, telling Jacob before we started recording, just still coming back to earth a bit from the podcast Royale, the fight night.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
For sure.
It was all time. They're back to normal life now. Seems quite boring. It was funny. It was a fair come down. We fought on the Saturday, partied till Sunday, flew home, had Monday off to lick the wounds and take stock, and then Tuesday I was standing in mud building scaffold again. I was like, fuck.
Back to reality.
Back to reality.
Leave that
Big
life
time.
for a little bit, eh?
Crushing come down after that. So yeah, but no, it was awesome. It was great. So yeah, and apart from that, man, just working, coaching footy around the corner at Dudley, trying to get a podcast out when we can, and trying to still write the odd news article, trying to be
I
funny.
swear those news articles. I swear you come for me sometimes, eh?
What did I just say?
Said that, that ice bath and Strava.
The ice bath one? Ice bath Strava one. I was like,
knew it would be him.
Fucking cut. So many people sent it to me as well. And then another one
get
was
it up,
like,
please,
a couple of years ago, I told you that the Ford Ranger at Cameron Park and changed to Snap Fitness.
So funny.
Bro, so many people sent it to me. I was like, no.
So saying, like, the amount of people, the general thing is, if I see enough of a trend, I'm like, I'm just going to make fun of this, and it will enough people it should resonate with. The amount of people that will message me and be like, mate, is this about me? Yeah. I'm like, no, it's not you specifically, but if the boot fits, it's I just got to see something enough to go, okay, I should get a laugh out of that. A lot of people go, like, oh, is that me? Is he talking about me? It's good when you can see how many times it's been sent. You can't see who sent it, but you can see it's been shared like 200 times. I'm like, good. Hopefully that's people hanging shit on each other.
200 times to me, bro.
Yeah, hopefully.
I will fill in the listeners. The caption of the post was bloke who spent summer posting ice bath content to spend winter posting Strava screenshots.
I stopped after that, eh?
Yeah. You get a few inboxes, people are like, what's the go, man? I'm like, it's not you specifically.
Oh, man.
But that's good. That's the point.
Good, man.
So good.
We have to laugh at each other.
I was saying to you before, it's becoming like Newcastle folklore.
Yeah, that's
like
nice.
That dialed in.
That's great.
I go to it like because sometimes like you put out some pretty fucking good shit. I'll go to it to see what's happening. And it's like if something big's happened in Australia, you're pretty much onto it.
That's where I miss the ball. Sometimes I need to be more diligent in like if there is something happening, specifically Newcastle, like that plane that nearly crashed the other day. It's like I have to, because that's the stuff that people want to have a laugh at. Yeah. They're generally the articles that do the best.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm just I'm just so lazy. I'm like, so yeah, I definitely could be more diligent, but it's fun. It's fun to take the piss.
Fucking mad.
Yeah, it's
So
good.
good.
Oh, thanks, boys.
So good.
Good fun.
It's funny.
Oh, you go.
Yeah, it's just funny because I've known you since we were like.
Yeah.
Bro, I was
13
thinking
years
about that
old.
when I got out the car. I was like, we played footy against each other when we were 15, 16, and I'm
16,
32
17,
next
yeah.
week.
It's wild. Eh?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's
I was-
gone like that.
I was telling him, I was like, I'm gonna bring up a story.
Oh yeah,
I've
he's
this-
been G'ing this
I've been
story.
G'ing up for a
I
while.
messaged him last week. I was like, "Yep, Bluey's
There's
in."
a couple
He's
of
like, "Matt,
stories.
I'm going to tell this story."
Yeah, I'm concerned because I was a fucking dickhead when I was 16, bro. I was a
It was
dickhead.
us playing footy.
Okay.
And there's a couple of them, and the two that stick out to me was whenever there used to be fights when we used to play against each other.
Yeah.
You and I would always go looking for each other because we wouldn't actually throw.
Because we were mates. Two guys that couldn't fight, and we would be like, okay.
People would like in it for my team from Toronto. They all fought.
Could all fight, bro.
And,
There's a couple of boys on
And
our
a couple of
team.
little boys too. So me and him would just find each other and just be like in the back corner, just be like pushing each other.
We're safe here.
Yeah, I reckon people like the boys used to hate me because I used to be like friends with like other boys on the team. I'm like, fuck, who cares? Man?
Yeah.
And then yeah, it's fun. That's so funny every time there's a fight. I mean, I'd just look for you, look for that orange hair, and be like, I'm going there. I know nothing's gonna happen. over
Safe
there.
zone, bro. He's definitely not going to hit me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. 100%.
I don't know about now. You might throw a few punches.
Now it's a different story. I was
Yeah.
going to say after
yeah.
that performance a couple of weeks ago. Stick clear.
I'm a big scary man now. Yeah. Yeah. I've been telling all the young blokes at work, I'm like, you watch the fight.
Just send it to him.
Yeah. I don't need to remind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other one was I remember we played at Nelson Bay to get into the grand final.
Yeah.
And you threw this beautiful fucking ball to me, and I intercepted it, and we won the game. I'll never forget it.
Oh, I can't remember. I may have wiped that from the hard drive, eh? Yeah, that
I'll never
sucks.
forget it. You were winning. It was like not long to go, and then it was like because it was we shouldn't have, like us and it was like Scorps and Central were
Yeah.
like the two teams to play, and we shouldn't have played in that game. That should have been the grand final.
Yeah,
game.
and we
in
ended
that
up.
grand final game. We smoked them like 50 to.
Did you
4.
pump South? No.
No, it
who's-
was South. I think it was Wyong.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I remember you were winning. And I was just like, I remember just standing on like our own 10, and you just threw this ball, and I just saw it and just ran out. I just saw someone's shadow in the background. I was looking at the shadow, and I nearly ran into the post, and I was just watching the person's shadow behind me, so I didn't get caught. And I remember putting the ball down. And I was at Briggs so excited, headbutted.
That's a fair melon too.
It's a big melon.
Yeah, great rock. Yeah.
One of the great moments I remember playing
Yeah.
against you. So.
That's good. I never won a comp too, so thanks for bringing that up. I never won
I won a
one.
couple, so
Yeah.
got that over.
Yeah.
Rub that
I
in.
haven't won a fight though.
That's true.
Yeah.
Fights.
Well, that was like my grand final. I was like, I have to win this. Like, I need some kind of sporting achievement because I
Yeah.
never won one. We lost to Scorps in, I think, under 16s in the grand final too at Lyle Peacock. I think Royce Jeffrey went absolutely berserk. Like, yeah, I lost a few grand finals, never won one. Sucks.
Anyway, apologies for bringing up the past.
Nah, it's good, man. I'm glad we came here to do this. Yeah. Is that why you brought me here? Just to take the piss out of me?
Now, Neilson, let's take it back to childhood. No.
Yeah. We got a bit to work through here. Yeah.
No, but before we get to the boxing fight, because that's something I want to dive into.
Yeah.
Do you want to give the listeners a bit of a background of who you are if they don't know about the
Yeah,
Bluey page or
For sure. So yeah, my name's Josh Neilson. Yeah, everyone calls me Bluey. I think Bluey's. So one of my mates started calling me Bluey not that long ago. Like I was always red. Everyone used to call me red because I had bright red hair. But then Bluey, guys with red hair get called Bluey, and I did some research. I found out it comes from the war. Apparently, because all the English used to have red hair, and they were blue bloods. So the Poms, like the royal family, all have red hair, so they'd call them Bluey. Whether or not that could be complete horseshit, I don't know, but that's that's apparently.
all right.
So anyway, everyone calls me Bluey, but yeah, a few years ago, it was over COVID actually. I started. I love the Batuta Advocate. I love satirical news. Love all that stuff. And over COVID, I nearly got sacked from the job I was at. Had an extended layoff at home. Had a couple of weeks to think about something I did at work, and I was like, well, I'm going to do a Newcastle Batuta Advocate. I had some time and just sort of started it, and it took off. People liked it. Some stuff was funnier than others, but just sort of kept with it. And then on the back of that, a couple of years ago, Gabe, a mate of mine, and I started a podcast. It was about a year ago actually. We started a podcast called Daily Blue Weekly. And then and we've just been sort of making content. Still do the news stuff, and then the podcast's been sort of growing, which is really cool. And yeah. That's it. Having heaps of fun with that, getting to do some really cool stuff, which is great. Getting to meet other people that do podcasts and shit, which is like really fun. Yeah, and having heaps of fun with it. And yeah, I have a scaffolding business too, which is, I mean, that's the best. You think the podcast good, scaffolding fucking rules. Yeah, so that's my true passion is scaffolding, and the content's just fucking...
it's a subside.
Yeah, the content's how I pay the bills, and the scaff's what I fucking love. But yeah, and I shouldn't take the piss out of it because I am weirdly proud of it. Me and a mate started our own scaffolding business like 3 years ago, which is like going well too. So that's what takes up most of my time. Then the content's like it's a hobby. Yep. It's a really fun hobby that's to sort of growing and having heaps of fun with it. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, she's good. Yeah, she's great.
Mad. Awesome.
Yeah,
it's killer. Yeah. Do you reckon the podcast and the Insta page is like pretty much just working hand in hand?
Yeah, it has massively because the Instagram page had like a decent following, and then we started the pod. So the Instagram might have been going. It could be like 4 years this year. When did COVID start? Yeah, 2020. Yeah, so 4 years like now, pretty much. And then when we started the pod, I was like, well, we'll just promote the pod on the page because it's already got a bit of an audience. Sure. And then now it's pretty much just one thing. Like we just use the Instagram page to post podcast clips, and then I still use it to post like news and shit as well. We were going to start another one. I was like, well, you're just kind of starting from scratch. You may as well. Yeah, there's no point.
You don't really grow.
And ego. You like don't want to go back to that.
To the devil, no way.
Yeah, no way. So we just use that. It's like it's a good tool we got. So yeah, it's good. Awesome. And then Gabe's like all over TikTok. I refuse to get TikTok. He's like, you got to get TikTok. I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm getting TikTok. Yep. Absolutely not.
He's the one that looks after it.
He does TikTok, and then I've got the Facebook and Instagram, and then and then emails that we never reply to, and then a fucking Gmail just full of emails that I won't look at as well. So yeah, it's good.
Some good stuff in there.
It could be. Yeah, I'll never know. No, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Yeah. But it's fun. It's getting to the point now where it's like kind of trying to, I guess, not treat it as a business, but it's becoming more than just a bit of fun, kinda. Yeah. And that's it's like new level, new devil kind of thing. It's like, okay, well, how do we? But I don't know. I've always just kind of, like I was saying before, like I'm just treat it for what it is. Like I have a job, like my all my time and stuff goes into the business, and this is like a hobby for me. Yeah. So I'll continually treat it like that. And if we need to get an accountant or someone to look after them, what they can do that. I'm just going to keep coming in and fucking around and fuck off. I think so. Yeah. I don't have enough time or energy to take it too seriously, which is good. Yeah,
that's what allows it to grow, though.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think as long as you're with anything, if you're passionate about it, but you're not like trying to make it something it's not, exactly. it'll grow and become what it's going to be. So absolutely. It's working so far. So yeah, it's good. Yeah. It's good fun.
It's fucking mad.
Yeah. You guys know, like it's great. You just come in, have a yarn and shoot the shit. And some podcasts are awful. Some are really funny. And you've got everything in between and you just keep doing it.
Sometimes we get so lost just talking absolute shit.
That's great. That's like you just go down and then you go, how the fuck did we get here? It's like, it doesn't matter.
Especially when it's just us three.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, you get 45 minutes in, you're like, was that even like worthy of like putting onto social media? Like
100, and you just have to do it anyway. You just have to go, just get it out in the ether. It's great. Yeah, that was something you try and have this like artistic integrity. Like, no, I want it to be perfect. It's like just put it all out there and keep putting it out there, and eventually you'll find your rhythm and you'll get good at it, and you'll be shit some days and you'll be good some days, and some days you just don't feel like doing it, and you just have to keep doing it anyway. It's mad. Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
good excuse for us to get together too.
That's a nice thing. That's a nice thing too.
That's the excuse. Yeah.
Although sometimes I'm pretty sick of fucking hanging out with Jacob.
And he wants more.
I was going to introduce the second episode. Per week. Yeah, we just started doing that. We just started doing 2 a week. And that's funny because I was like, fuck, are we going to get sick of each other? But it's good. Gabe and I, it'd be different for you guys because you're running a business together. But if I'll see Gabe, we've sort of made a habit now of like, we don't talk about anything except podcast related stuff so that we're not burning conversation. It's quite sad really, but we'll catch up and he'll start telling me about his weekend. I'll be like, shut the fuck up. Love it, bro. Don't want to hear it until the mics are on because we're going to burn it. And it's good. It's worked because like you're catching up when the mics are on. You're having a good catch up and a good yarn. It's like you're not.
I guess that's where we're going wrong. We talk to each other like 7 times a day.
Yeah, don't cut that out, bro. You got to cut. That's bad, bro. Stop talking to each other. Yeah.
Just going to have missed calls from Jacob.
Yeah, strictly work related stuff. And then when the mics are on, you can be friends. But apart from that.
One day my phone went completely black. And I get home at like 7 o'clock, and he's like, I turned my phone finally turned on, and it was just like ding 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 ding. And he's like, "Are you dead?" And I was just like, I rang. I was like, "Hey man," he's like, "Where the fuck have you been?"
Stage 5 clinger, bro.
Worse than that, bro.
Yeah,
worse than that.
That's good, Jeff.
He had people, like other people, who like reached out to other people to like call me and find out where I was.
Is he all right?
Yeah, no, my phone just went dead.
Yeah, no, Jeff, the guy I got the business with, it's like 20 phone calls a day. Like all day, every day. I don't talk to my missus that much. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. And he's still going to sit and drink 20 schooners with him as well. I'm like, how can we possibly have anything to talk about? I spoke to you every day, like 20 times. But it's all part of the fun.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's good.
Absolutely. Mad. Cool. So then, as we were saying, the podcast Royale.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the, probably you were obviously in it, but from outside looking in, probably one of the best production of an event like that's probably been around in regards to that type of stuff.
Yeah. So for anyone who's not sure what that is, so the podcast Royale was essentially like a fight night, like a boxing event that was put on by the Alpha Blokes, who they're from, I always fucking forget where they're from.
Australia's top.
The biggest podcast in Australia, I think. I think, yeah. They're just like, their whole thing is like fishing, camping, drinking, like they're blokes, and they're, you know, guys that listen to that are like in excavators all day, and like they got a real diehard audience. A lot of mullets, a lot of beards, a lot of rum cans, a lot of ciggies, like good.
A lot of CTC caps.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and then the Two Flogs is another podcast from up near the other side of the border, and they sort of got together. I think it started. The producer from the Alpha Blokes, Quinn, and the producer from the Two Flogs, Moose, might have called each other out for a stink, kind of jokingly. It's like, yeah, I'll bash ya. And then they were like, well, why don't we do a call out and we'll get a heap of podcasters to fight each other. And then they ended up putting on this huge show at the Gold Coast Convention Centre. So it was like just shy of 5,000 there. It's the fastest selling boxing event in Australian history. It sold out in like 6 hours or something.
Holy shit.
Nuts. It was absurd. And then we were just really, really lucky. We just started the pod. We'd done our second episode and a heap of people tagged us. They did a call out for anyone that wanted to do it. We literally recorded the second episode and I messaged him, said, mate, we're dead keen, but just so you know, we've done 2 episodes of the podcast. Yeah. And fortunately the page had enough of a following where they paid a bit of attention. We're like, no, well, yeah, you can come and do it. Sick. We did a tag team. So Gabe, my co-host, and I did, we fought the guys called Almost a Man. They're another podcast from Cairns, 2 dudes. So we did like a tag team. They billed it as like Queensland, New South Wales. I think there was 11 fights on the night. We were like 4th cab off the rank, which was sick because we got to sit back and have a beer and not get too nervous. And amazing, man. It was like not probably overselling. It's the best thing I've done, I reckon. As far as like an event, like an experience, like unbeatable. Yep. Like just, I mean, to fight in front of 5,000 people, and then we went up there, made sort of the weekend of it. Did a few pods while we were up there with some other guys, and could not have had more fun. Like it was just still sort of processing it a bit. It was only like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks ago, whatever it was. So, so much fun. So much fun. Going into even the boxing thing, like Tahi said, I'm not a violent man, big teddy bear. And so it was like sort of out of the comfort zone doing that as well. So we had a good crack with the camp. We went and did like nearly 4 months of training for it because I didn't want to embarrass myself.
That's probably the best shape I've ever seen you. You know?
Well, mate, I was never that fit when I played footy.
When I saw the shirt off photo, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I lost 11 kilos.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like going for, like I never ran when I played footy. I never went for runs. Yeah. And I was like, oh, running makes you fit. That's crazy. Who knew? Yeah. And then obviously off the sauce and eating right and felt great. Like just, so it was awesome for that. And then the payoff, like you put in all that work and then we won, which was fucking sick. And then to get to do something like that was, it was amazing, man. It was so much fun. Yeah, it was great.
Are you still doing training already?
Yeah, I actually went back on Monday and I've lost everything. Everything's gone. Had 2 weeks off and I was like, I'm getting pies for breakfast every day. I was leaving for work early to find the good bakeries near work and I was like smashing pies and had a few schooners on the weekend, and then I went back and one of the guys wanted to spar. I was like, I didn't bring my mouth guard, we'll do a body spar. And he punched the shit. My guts have gone so soft already. Yeah. And I was tired and I was like, it felt like when I first started. So I want to get back into it. Like, I don't think if they do it again, I'd like to fight again. Yeah. But I think just for the training was so good. Yeah. Like so good. And getting punched in the head's nice and humbling too. You think you're going all right one week and then someone comes and flogs you, you're like, I suck. It's good. Makes you want to keep training. So and it was amazing. So good.
Yeah. I remember I did boxing when I was younger, and one of the coaches, he's like, "You're not allowed to throw any punches. You got to duck them." And I was just like, so he had this big Sudanese dude, and he was just absolutely folding me, man. And every time I'd move, I'd just get punched. By the end of it, bro, I was just sitting there, and I had like the headgear on. I was like, headgear was like, no, I didn't even know I wore it. Didn't do anything. And it's just after that, I never went back. I was like, I'm not standing and getting fucked. Fuck this.
This is done.
Yeah.
I got a few touch ups that made me question everything. Like a few times, like we go in there, I was like, why are we doing this? Like got flogged a few times. I was like, this sucks, man. Is it going to be this bad forever?
It would have been. Was it different because of the adrenaline?
Yeah, I don't know. On the night it was for sure. On the night it felt like a blur because we'd have a few spars and you start feeling yourself a bit. You're like, yeah, I'm good. And then you'll have one spar and someone will flog you. You're like, I suck. And then you you keep building. And then I was pretty confident by the end of the camp. I was like, no, I reckon we're going to go all right. And then I got in there on the night and it felt like everything just went out the window. It was just like a brawl and like, like luckily we came out on top. But yeah, like even the fitness, I was like, I feel so fit. I'm not going to get tired. Yeah. First round, I was fucked. Halfway through the first round, I was completely fucked. I was like, oh no, like
tag me out.
Yeah. So, and they said that they're like, you'll get in there, everything we've told you is going to go out the window. You're not going to feel fit. Yeah. It's exactly what happened. It was all time, but like such a amazing thing. There was like 5,000 there. It was like, it was unbelievable.
A lot of pro boxers in their entire fighting career would never get that.
I know. It's such a like lucky, like just proper.
And you're deep in Queensland territory, and they're screaming New South Wales.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
They were, and then they got the. So if anyone didn't watch it, they announced the other guys as the winners. We clearly won.
Yeah, and they moved, didn't they?
The whole crowd started chanting bullshit. Yeah. There was like 5,000 people chanting bullshit. I was like, this is the best ever. So I knew we'd won. I knew they put us in the wrong corners when we went out. We were supposed to be in the blue corner. And when we went out to fight, they put us in the red corner. And then there was obviously a mix-up at the end. I was confident that we won. Yeah. I wasn't worried. And the whole crowd started chanting bullshit. And they got us back in the ring and fixed it up. So it was so much fun, man.
Because the Hello Sport boys, they were commentating, and they said on their podcast, they were like, after that fight, I was a bit scared of Bluey. You stand behind us just throwing abuse. Absolutely throwing abuse.
Oh yeah, they were unbelievably biased on the commentary, so I've been told too. Obviously that's what they do.
Wait till you listen to that commentary.
Yeah.
Oh my god. They were best commentary ever.
Yeah. I mean that's so the home of unwavering bias. So
that's it.
You'd expect nothing less. Proud New South Welshmen. So sick to be able to rub shoulders with those guys too. Sure. Like all the full time guys. Like I mean the Alpha Blokes are obviously it's proper. They chant. So their fans chant ABC. They just break into chant randomly. It's an Alpha Blokes cult. And they just, mate, there's fucking thousands of them. Yeah. And like saying like Hello Sport and the Bloody Brewing Beers and all the full-time guys, so sick to be able to like rub shoulders with them and you sort of pick their brains a little bit. And it's cool. It was unbelievable and networking and then getting blind drunk with them all after it too. It was like, it was all time. Good. Yeah, it was sick. It was sick. So that'd be you boys, man, 12 months if they do it again.
I was saying to him, that's got to be like, let's put it out there.
Yeah.
12 months time. Give this a hard crack.
Yeah.
I'll run there and fight cunts.
Yeah. You do an ultra marathon fight and then ultra marathon home. Yeah. No, put it out there because I mean that was this thing like I never thought. That was like the last thing I thought would happen. Sure. Be at a fight night you start a podcast because you like it, and then the doors that it opens, like just things like that and fun. Like we got the live show coming up. Yeah. Shameless plug, live show 31st of May. If this comes out before then at the Sydney Junction, completely free. Yep. But yeah, just the doors it opens to do fun things that you don't. You don't do it for that. You just do it because you like talking shit with your mate, and you might, people listening might get something out of it or whatever, whether it's a laugh or some nuggets of wisdom. They're not going to get that from me, and then you just get to do cool things and meet cool people on the back of it. It's fucking rules, man. Oh, it's the best.
So good.
Yeah.
There was like you said, you haven't watched the fight back yet, but there was 2 moments where you instilled the god of fear into those blokes.
Oh, really? Nice.
Old mate was like, I just need to get out of here. I remember he was like, he hit him a few times and he would like turn and look to his corner.
So the first time was in the first round, punching on with the first fella, absolutely gave it to him. He was puffing, he turns around and he tags his mate in. So his mate comes in, and as his mate has got in, he wasn't looking up, so he was expecting you to go back.
I think they were thinking we tag when they tagged.
So he's come in and he's looked up, and you're just standing in the middle of the ring just looking at him. And this poor bloke's shoulders went from this to this. And he's like, oh shit. And then the second one was they were trying to get a tag. They were trying to get a tag. And you were fucking cut him off. Yeah. And you said, nah, you're not going anywhere.
I remember that one because the ref pulled me off him. I think he gave him like an 8 count or whatever. Yep. And he was trying to walk to the corner while the ref was giving him the 8 count. I was like, no way. I cut him off and pushed him back. I was like, nah, mate, I've got you. It was all time. They were legends too. Brad and Chinny, the 2 fellas. They were really cool dudes. Ended up having 1,000 stubbies with them afterwards, and they were legends. Everyone was in the same boat. Everyone was shitting themselves. No one knew what to expect. A lot of guys lied about how much they'd trained. So like, because
Jarchi definitely lied.
We thought we were being clever and making content out of it. So we'd do like a weekly vlog almost, called In the Blue Corner, and we'd like just post like a bit of a montage about how our training was going. Not realizing that was a terrible idea because then everyone knows exactly where you're at, exactly what to expect. No one else did that. And a lot of guys lied on their podcast would say like, yeah, we should probably start training like, you know, a month out from the fights. They've been training since before Christmas. So like a lot of guys were foxing. We didn't do that. Yep. We like told everyone exactly what we were doing. I was like, that was so dumb because these guys could have, I thought they hadn't trained. They'd been training since before Christmas. So like, yeah. So, I mean, it worked out, but I was like, damn, that was really dumb. Like, we thought we were being clever putting content out.
The infamous Jarchi, he probably said every single week on at least We Mean Well or Hello Sport that his opposition was, like, quote, doughy, and shows up ripped to shit.
Yeah. Groper trained super hard and knocked him out too. That backfired. That was also, I was real gun shy about talking shit because I'm like, you could get pumped. Yeah. And there's nothing worse than when you gob off and then you get knocked out. Like, that's the worst thing that can happen. Yeah. So I was super. Gabe would like go, yeah, we're going to belt these blokes. I was like, shh, don't say anything. It's just don't say anything and maybe go and win and be humble. It's like, yeah, getting knocked out in front of
fucking not humble.
Yeah, getting knocked out in front of 5,000 people could be
top of that dislocated shoulder.
Yeah,
I reckon that's more like probably more painful of like knowing like you got hit and you
fell on it. Put your shoulder out. There's another guy dislocated his shoulder just throwing a punch too. Really? An earlier fight.
Pop both of them out.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Pop one out and then the other out.
Yeah. It's crazy. I don't know how you do that.
Yeah. Must have bung shoulders or something.
Yeah, you think you'd find out before the fight. Yeah. At some stage in your training, you might have been like, oh, like.
Yeah, Judge was saying in his camp something popped out like 4 times in his camp.
Fuck.
And he said he was going to get it strapped. Didn't organise someone to strap it. He thought someone would be there to strap it. And then showed up and no one was there and he's like, okay.
I should be fine. What's the worst that could happen? What's going to happen? It's not going to come out. I'm not even going to get knocked out anyway. Fuck.
Yeah, because that Groper dude, isn't he like heaps tall too?
He was tall. Yeah, and he trimmed down. I think they agreed to fight at like 90 kilos. So I think Jarch had put a few on and Groper had dropped a few to get down to it. He's a big dude. Yeah. And I was saying to Jacob, I don't know. I don't think they liked each other. Everyone else that squared off was having a bit of fun. They squared off at the press conferencey thing. And I was like, I think they want to fuck each other up. Like, it was weird. Everyone else was kind of cruising and having fun with it. And they sort of squared off. I was like, I don't think they like each other. I don't know. Yeah.
Did your face off start to get a bit?
Yeah, we G'd it up. We G'd it up. The boys were on we got a bus over to this press conference, and they said, "What do you reckon we give each other a push and a shove just to ham it up?" Because at the press conference there was like 1,000 people at that. Yep. So we're like, "Oh, we'll carry on a bit," and we faced off, and Brad sort of looked at me and he goes, "I'm going to push you now." I was like, "No, I'm going to push you first." And I went whack. The guy MCing didn't know, and he got between us. He thought we were actually kicking off, and he shit himself and got between us, and it was all, we were just carrying on. We were faking it. I faked it.
How'd you go fighting Friday Night Fever? First Night Fever, sorry.
Up there, good. So I went up, my cornermen with two of my best mates, Posso and Jeff. Jeff, who I got the business with, and Poss, like, just really good mate for a long time. And they were just up there on the tear the whole time. Yeah. And we got up there on Thursday. So we had Thursday, Friday, and fight on Saturday. And they had their own room. I'd go for lunch with them, and they'd start drinking. I was like, I'll see you later. I was like, I'm not like, I don't even want to jinx it. I didn't even want to look at a schooner. Like anything that could have made me scared that I was going to get bashed. So it was cool. It was cool. And they obviously just went hammer time the whole time, all the way through. So it was cool. It was cool to be able to do that with them as well. A couple of really good mates were there. They walked out with us and they were in the corner with us and that. So it was all time.
What song did you walk out to?
Saving Me by Nickelback.
Fucking just the perfect tune.
I watched the replay. I was sitting here and I was like, it was like I was watching it live.
Nice.
I was like screaming at the thing. I was like, get him!
Because we were driving down to Sydney and I was like, oh, the podcast Royale was on the weekend. You're like, oh yeah, like whatever. And I was like, yeah, Bluey was fighting. He goes, fuck off. And you get your montage up.
Sick.
And we're just screaming at the fucking phone while you're
so sick.
Yeah, I was full just sitting here, just going off. I was like, get him.
Yeah, the boys.
When you went, I was like, yeah. I was like screaming and shit.
It was cool. Heaps of people said they watched it. The boys that coach at footy played that day, and then they all went to the pub and they were huddled around a couple of phones watching it. They said they nearly tore the flipping tables and shit when we won. Yeah. That was really cool. That's very, very fun.
Before we move on, the best moment of that for me was Gabe had the awareness of going, I can still punch on with this bloke, but I know the crowd fucking wants Bluey to come in for the last fucking hit square off. So he turns around and that, like when you got that tap in, that crowd just erupted. And then listen it back when you can. The Hello Sport boys, you can hear him fucking getting up on the table, whacking the table, and they're going, Bluey! Bluey's back!
So with the tag thing, Gabe and I, we trained 3-minute rounds all the way up until probably a month out from the fight, and then the fight's only going to be 2-minute rounds. And we were sparring like 4 threes just by ourselves. So then we were like, well, we're definitely going to be able to do 2 twos, 1 on, 1 off. That's going to be no dramas. So we were like, let's not even worry about tagging. I'll do the first round, you do the second, I'll do the third, you do the fourth. Don't even think about tagging. And he's like, what if they tag? I was like, fuck them. Like, they'll tag, just bash the fresh bloke, and then we'll do the next round. That was the plan. And then the crowd turned on them because they were tagging when they were fucked. And so they would stop tag, and the crowd started booing. So I was like, well, this is perfect. They're on our side straight away. And then at the end, not to throw Gabe under the bus, but he got a standing 8 count, and the ref walked him back to the corner, and Gabe went, I'm fucked, can you go in? And I said, no, finish him off. And he goes, I'm fucked, get in there. I was like, you can see me do it. I tag him and I go, fuck me. I was like, and then I actually went in without my mouth guard the last 30 seconds too. I could have lost a couple of teeth very easily because we were swinging for the fences. But Gabe wanted to get out there.
Gotcha.
But then, that was amazing. And then I tagged in, and because that was our only tag. And then the crowd went off. And that's the only bit of it I've seen because a few people clipped it up.
Yeah, sure.
And it just marched to the centre and went hammer time. It was amazing. It was like it's the best thing I've ever done. And then we went to the casino afterwards and won heaps of money too. So it just kept getting better. That's a win. It was the greatest weekend.
Did you make any money from the fights?
Yeah, we got. They were really cool. They paid us to fight. They paid everyone to fight.
Awesome.
And we got a win bonus too.
Oh, true.
So it was all time. It was really really well done
Was there
event.
like fight and night money and stuff?
I think
Surely
Groper got it. Yeah, I think there was a fight of the night. Yeah. It was so well done. Like they did. Like we got a walk through. Before like the fight of the empty arena, it was a proper show. It was so sick.
A few people said it was like better than what what's his name, ex footy player.
Not the No Limit, like George Rose and that.
They said it was like bigger than what they've.
Yeah. I think because the Alpha Blokes then like they're just spreading their tentacles now because they've got like they make fishing lures. They've obviously got all their merch, but that was their first event. So they started Alpha Events. So they got like an events company now, and that was their first event. So I mean, I hope they do more shit like that because it was like
that was sick.
Yeah, and they would have made a shitload of money too. Yeah.
Well, like who was that? Who's the NRL player that wants to come back to the NRL?
Tavita Pangai.
Yeah, Tavita Pangai. He fought in pretty much a barn shed last week, didn't he? Like, there was fuck all
The
people
bloke
there.
pumped him too. And he got whooped. He's like, well, I'm going back to footy now. Yeah.
He got fed.
Yeah, it's crazy. And the boxing, like, that's a whole thing, like boxing promoters. And there always seems to be, not that there was there, but like the boxing world and like shady characters and stuff. I was like, that's game getting involved in that. But they're good on, they smashed it. So it was sick. Very cool to be a part of it.
Fucking mad.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Epic.
So good.
So you boys in 12 months.
Maybe. Jackie was
Fucking go, boy.
Yeah, it's good.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's the best thing I've ever done. You love it.
It'll be fucking mad. It'll be great. So you got your live event coming up?
Live show. So we've got our 50th episode lands on the Friday, the 31st. So we finished the fights and then it's literally 4 weeks till the 50th. So I was like, well, let's do a live show. And Sydney Junction Hotel actually emailed me fucking ages ago. And we're like, if you ever want to do anything, like let us know. I was like, well, can we do a live show? They're like, yep, they've been really cool. Noah's the manager there. He's like, yep, let's do it. So so we just don't really know. Like I was saying, I don't really know how it's gonna go. We just like it's free. We just want people to come. It's just gonna be us on the stage, probably with a table, sofa.
Take that chair from Gabe's house.
Take that. I think I'm gonna take the smashed up lounge. Just give it one more. Really fucking finish the job on it. And it should be fun. We did the old podcast I used to do with Isaac Butterfield, the comedian. We did a live show for our 50th at the Newcastle Comedy Club. So much fun. That's a really cool little room too. It's like you get 100 people in it, but it's like jammed. So that was like heaps fun. And you're just sitting on stage doing a podcast in front of like people. Cool. Yeah. So sick. Can't wait. Hopefully it goes well. Could go terribly. Don't know. We'll see. It'll be fun regardless. It doesn't matter. But it's really cool. Like I said, to be able, the fact that people want to come to it, and people want to because it's on a Friday. We're like, do it. Like people are going to take a half day at work and come to it. It's pretty surreal. So hopefully put on a good show for them. It'd be sick. Can't wait.
Fucking great idea.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Something we can eventually look at too.
Just be us and mum.
Yeah,
that's fine. Put on a show for mum. Put on a good show for mum.
Yeah, actually show up in your dick stickers.
100%.
Just do the potty that way.
Yeah.
Was it what episode did we do that? 100.
100. We're not up to 100.
How many episodes? What are you up to? Not 100 apparently.
Not 100.
Far from 100. I think it's like 60.
Fuck yeah.
64, 65,
that's sick.
I think. Hang on. think so.
I got no idea.
Be even better if it was a 69.
Please be 69. I want this.
65, so this is the
Fuck.
66.
Can I come back in 3 weeks?
I can post it. I'll post it in 4 weeks' time.
Yeah, get 3 more episodes in and bump me to 69, please. Yeah. Yeah, that's all time.
Yeah, so this will be out, what's today? Tuesday, so this will be Wednesday. So this will be out next Monday. So yeah.
Beautiful.
If anyone wants to head along,
Yeah.
head over to your page.
Yeah. All the details are there. But yeah, Friday, May 31st, Sydney Junction Hotel, 2 o'clock, 2:30 start. Kind of long lunch. Like do a half day at work and come get on the sauce. I think the Knights play that night, so we'll just stay there and watch the Knights play after a successful podcast.
May 31st.
May 31st.
I'm coming off night shift, so I'll be fucking raring.
Let's go! Don't even need to go to bed. Just straight to SJ's, mate. Yeah, that'd be good. It'd be great. There's some lunatics that listen. There's people who said they're traveling from fucking like everywhere, like
Sick.
from all over to come. So
That's
it's wild, man. It's the best, and you meet really cool people. Like you meet some legends, and it's great.
Sweet.
Having heaps of fun with it. Yeah, drink schooners with them. It's good.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking mad. That's it. We might have to
Okay.
yeah.
whistle.
Yeah, come. It's free.
A couple of
Let's
Coke
make a
Zeros.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
We'll do the thing. We'll make it.
You go?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm going.
You're off? You're ready to
Yeah.
Oh, that's I come off night shift, so I'll.
Oh, she'll be rocking it.
Mate, I'll be raring to go.
Ready to
Couple
go.
hours sleep.
Couple of
Yeah.
40 Red Bulls, you'll be on, mate.
A couple of
And
Chad
best
Michael
thing
Murrays, you'd be good to go.
They durries. We're gonna be on the same page.
You know the White Monsters?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We call them White Chads, but I've been calling them Chad Michael Murray.
We started off with, if you're having a white monster, it's like typical Chad American.
Yeah.
right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's who they drink.
Yeah.
But now he started Chad Michael Murray. I don't know where they come
Who's Chad Michael Murray?
He used to be on One Tree Hill. Pretty cool.
He's a hunk.
He-
That's a hunk name.
So like,
Yeah.
because I'm drinking, I had to class it up a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
from. He rings me.
Kind of
He goes,
not just a
"You got
regular
Chad
Chad.
Michael Murray. I'm like, what?
Yeah. It's funny. I bagged because like I'm a scaffolder, so like all I see is like bricklayers and my young blokes just drilling energy drinks all day, every day, and I mocked it for the longest time, and now I hammer them. Now I drink them all the
You were
time.
the same. You were like,
was the
I
same,
can't
bro.
believe you're drinking that shit.
Yeah.
And then he had one and he was like, I get it.
Yeah, I mock combat sports too. I thought combat sports were stupid. I was like, you guys like, just watch
Yeah.
footy. What's wrong with the footy? And then I just went and had a fight. I was like,
I get it.
such a hypocrite. Yeah.
I fucking get it.
Yeah. Terrible.
Surprised you're Scuffy.
Yeah. I never thought I'd have a scaffolding business.
Be half Islander.
Yeah.
I'm Islander.
Half Islander. I am. No, I'm fucking pale as they come. But this is so stupid. So I was at uni. I got an arts degree, like so fucking useless. But while I was at uni, I was just labouring scaffolding at the collator with me mate who I now have the business with. Got me degree, was working at the radio, wasn't hating it, but wasn't loving it enough. The money was terrible. I was like, fuck, I was working at Triple M in Newcastle and was like enjoying it, but the money was crap. And I was like, God, like this stinks. And scaffolding was paying all right. And then my mate, so I ended up getting my scaffolding ticket just after I got my uni degree. And then my mate was going out on his own and start the business. And as you do over too many beers, you're like, we should go into business together, man. We should do it. And then we did it. And then like that was like 3 years ago.
Sick.
And then so now I have scaffolding business and an arts degree that hangs over my toilet. my BA. Just every time I take a shit, I go, that cost me 16 grand. We're in the process of getting a home loan at the moment, or trying to get pre-approval. He's like, you got a Hexed it? I'm like, yeah. I don't. It's so gay. Like, it sucks so bad. I like 10 grand Hexed it still. I'm like, it's so pointless. Yeah. And I'm a scaffolder.
I rock up the site sometimes and they're like, oh, you're Scuffy? And I'm like, no, I'm not.
It's racial profiling, Tahi. You don't have to stand for that.
Oh, yeah, having so much.
Yeah.
Either that or a Steely.
That's gone. Yeah, everyone says, oh, you're one of the only white scaffies. I'm like,
You would be. I don't know any other Scuffies that aren't like Islanders.
the brothers.
Yeah, the brothers.
The brothers.
You got,
Yeah.
do you walk around the speaker on the back? Everything?
There was a guy today, he wasn't, but he had this huge JBL speaker cranking tunes on site. And then he went to the other end of the site and it just kept cutting out. I was like, mate, if you're on tunes, you have to stay near the speaker.
Yeah.
It's torture. Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's just bad etiquette.
It is.
It's bad job
You
site
go
etiquette.
down, like, I was in Sydney and you'd see them, like these big Islander boys, huge.
Yeah.
And, like tying steel and they just have this big fucking speaker on their back, man, just fucking ripping through steel.
That's great.
And just music just pumping.
Respect. Anything to drown the head noise out.
Yeah.
Some days I forget my Makita and I'm like, oh, it's going to be a long day.
Yeah.
Just me and my thoughts, just like, Think of that arts degree. Makes you feel better. I'm like, yes, that was so good. 4 years, 16 grand.
Above the toilet.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's great. So good. Still paying for it too. Every tax time, oh yeah, you got another couple of grand for that. Chip away at that. It's good.
Cheers.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
awesome.
Arts degree.
Yeah, yeah, arts degree. Yeah.
Yeah. Good way to spend 16 grand.
Oh mate, the best. The best.
I think I would definitely have Hexed it. 100%.
What'd you study?
PE teaching.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine me as a PE teacher.
At least that's like some of that's transferable to what you're doing now though. Probably
Yeah,
like
yeah.
some of it.
Some of it, yeah, but
There's nothing from a Bachelor of Arts transfers to scaffolding. There's not one thing.
it's true.
Yeah, at least like a bit of what you're doing
Bachelor of
now.
Arts, what even is a fucking Bachelor of Arts?
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
What did you do?
I majored in film, media, and cultural studies and sociology for some reason because I had the idea of I wanted to work in the media.
Yep.
Didn't know what, but I was like, if I do enough film, media, and cultural studies subjects, I can transfer into communications, and then ended up not doing quite enough. I was like, I'll just see this BA out and rack up that 16 grand. Just keep racking that up. That's good. And then I just finished it and never used it. So good. So good. Yeah. And then just started a podcast and a scaffolding business. I was like, this is mad.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how you're going out of school and you're like, yeah, gonna do this, gonna go straight into uni, that's gonna set me out, blah blah blah. It's like there's a lot quicker ways. To
Yeah,
set
and
yourself up.
I think I don't know. Like, it's not until you get older. It's such a crazy thing. We were talking about it the other day because we were talking about hex debts with the mortgage broker. I was like, it's such a crazy thing to expect kids at 17 to know what they want to do. They think they want to do forever, and also it's such a big commitment because like an arts degree is cheap. Like you go and do law or biomed or geology or like earth and environmental. They're expensive degrees, and you can do that and you can finish it by the time you're 22. And then be like, fuck this, I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah. And you got a $40,000 hex debt and then you're starting again. And how many people do you know that go and get a teaching degree or whatever and then they're not using it? Absolutely. Or a BA or whatever, and they go and do their degree and then go, this sucks. I want to do something else. And like, it's such a nuts thing to expect kids to think they know what they're going to do at that age. It's not
28 years old.
Easy, bro.
Until I realised what I want to do.
What do you know when you're 17? Like, you know nothing. You don't even know who you are. Yeah, exactly. You're still figuring it out now. Like, we're 32 this year. It's like, mate, I've still got no idea. Let alone, 16 years ago, whatever it is. Fucking crazy. Yeah.
16, I thought I was going to be fucking footy.
Well, we're all going to be 300 game NRL players at that stage, so I mean, the path was pretty clear. We were just waiting to get picked up, and then too political. Done that ACL. It's just so political, man. Fuck! Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like, I was going to be a 300 gamer. Oh, shit.
How many times does that young come up when you?
We all say it all the time. Like, man, it could have been anything. We all could have done it. We just didn't want to. It's just too political. Yeah, stuck behind a good fullback or whatever. Yeah.
So damn KP, man.
Yeah, shit, man. Yeah.
He was still on his dad's ball sack when we were playing footy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, far out.
Yeah, what is he, 20? No, 20.
20.
You'd be a bit older than that, would he be 24?
I think he's like 24.
I think he's 24 or something scary. Same as like Cleary. I think Cleary's 24.
That's insane.
I think Payne Haas is 24 or something as well.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's
Well, I thought
terrifying.
about Sione before. He's what, 26 or 27?
Yeah,
or something?
he's been around forever. Yeah.
Oh, he's old.
Yeah.
In the footy game.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And the older you get, when the young guys come on, it just seems that much wilder. You're like, Jesus Christ. Like they're playing when they're 18. Like,
I remember we were playing I think we were 17s or something, maybe even nearly 18s, and we played South, and Sione played, and he was like 13 years old, and he was bigger than all of us, and we were just like,
no one could tackle him.
no,
Yeah.
it was the three of them, all three of them played,
Yeah.
and it was just fucked.
Yeah, they
Just
all
did nothing.
Yeah, they were just that good. They couldn't even put him in their own age group. They played 2 years up and still dominate. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I remember they used to turn up to like trial game, like when we used to trial and stuff.
Yeah.
And like for like nights or whatever rep side it might be, they would turn up. They didn't have to play.
They didn't try.
They didn't try. No.
They just turn up and be like, I'm already in the team. I'm just going to come and watch. Yeah.
They just sit on the side and watch you.
Sit in their Knights tracksuit and just watch.
Yeah.
Man, that's,
Those are the days, man.
it was never you or I, was it?
We were just too busy fighting each other in the back.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy how fast it goes.
Yeah.
It's 32 now. Fuck. It's nuts.
How crazy is that, Cleary, with 24? Like, the amount of stuff that he's achieved already.
Oh.
24.
Not as much
That's
as this
insane.
guy, man.
Yeah, well,
Has he got a BA? Yeah, but he's won 3 comps.
He's in the podcast, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 3 premierships, mate.
50 episodes? Nope.
Boring. Yeah. That's amazing. I don't know, I got my uncle. I'll probably get shit for saying this now, but I grew up, like I don't remember watching Joey play a lot.
Yep.
And I said it, my uncle's a Rusted On Knights fan, and I said to him after Cleary did what he did in the last grand final, I said to my uncle, mate, I think he's better than Joey. And not just like what he's done, but like when I watch him play, I'm like, fuck, he's a freak. And my uncle like roasted me. And a lot of people, like anyone listening to this, will hear that as an overcashing to say that anyone's better than Joey is probably like sacrilege. But I think he's better than Joey. Yeah. And also he's 24. And like, I mean, the resume is like he's won 3 comps, he's been 4 grand finals. Yeah, he's in a good team, but they're losing 2 marquees every year. Yeah. And they're still winning. Yeah. And, you know, like time will tell, but like, and it's all who you remember watching, I think. Like, I don't remember watching a lot of Joey, and I've watched a lot of Nathan Cleary. Sure. So I think he's, I think he's
topped most of his numbers. Yeah. Like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Shit, yeah. And he'll play, like, I mean, now he's starting to break down, which is like sucks. Like, he's getting hamstrings and stuff. So hopefully he can get that right. But yeah, it's crazy.
Too, man.
Yeah.
Besides injuries, man. Yeah. Yeah, you're putting yourself through hell, bro. How'd you pull up after the run? Like the 24-hour run.
Well, I had my first run yesterday.
Yeah.
My Achilles and that were pretty bad, and my knees. But I was still coming off injuries from the one before that still. Yeah. And then now I'm just going to cruise for a bit. Yeah. We won't do anything more major this year.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Like, bullshit. Yeah, you can't sit still.
Yeah.
You can't stop.
But yeah, it wasn't too bad, to be honest.
Yeah. How were you the next day after 24? Like
honestly, I wasn't too bad because I did my Achilles like 40 Ks into the run, so then I did like another 60 Ks just before Achilles. It was more like the worst I was after the Queensland to Newcastle run. Yeah, that was I was fucked brutal for weeks, man. Yeah, well, months. Like I'm still fucked. Yeah, but yeah, that was probably the worst. Like after the next day, I was kind of just cruise. Like I didn't work for about a week or so. Yep. Just cruise around in a moon boot and swap between feet. Whichever one I hurt that morning, I put the moon boot on. Should rock too. Double moon boot would be nice. When I left, when I was doing my run back from Queensland, I pulled into Port Macquarie. I had I did my Achilles already, and both my IT bands were gone. Oh. And I pulled into to get scans and stuff, and old mate's just looking at me, and he's just like, He's just like, man. He's like, I can't let you go. And I was like, go home. And he's like, honestly, he goes, I'd be putting you in 2 moon boots and you'd be not doing anything for a month. And I was just like, sorry, man. He goes, I need you to go do a scan in the morning and then just wait to hear from me. I went and did the scan, left the scan, started straight running. He rings me about 11 o'clock and I could hear me puffing. He's like, are you running? And I was like, no. I was like, no. And he's just like, well, you are, man. It's all good. He goes, I know I'm not going to stop you, but he's like, definitely go see someone when you get home. So I'm like, yeah, sweet. Yeah, psychologist. Yeah. Sick. Yeah. Maybe a psychiatrist. Yeah, far out. That's crazy. Yeah. No, like I said, I only just started running for the fights and like 5Ks. I was like, and then I think of like people who do marathon. I'm like, how? This is crazy. Yeah. Like, well, like when you think like when I was playing footy, it's like you run, but you don't really. Yeah, I don't know, it's a different. It's incidental because you're running, you're chasing a footy, you're chasing someone, you're tackling someone. You're not. Whereas the running, you're just like it's just you and your brain and your legs, and you just like just keep trudging. It's a different beast, man. Like when I started running a year ago, I fucked up, man. We got this new watch and didn't know how to use it. It was in miles. So I was out for hours just running, and I was like, it'd get to like 5 and I'd be like 2 hours in or something, and I'd be like, this is fucking bullshit. Yeah. And I finally, like, one of my mates was like, yeah, you got in miles, flipped it over, and I was like doing like nearly like 10K runs on me, like first ever running. I was like, why is it taking me so long to run 2 kilometers? The metric system, yes. That old chestnut. Gets you every time. It wasn't until probably like 8 months ago until I actually started enjoying running. Yeah. That's what I found. I was enjoying it. Like, you get up and like you get like that endorphin. It's funny. I don't know. I don't know if I hit a wall. I would get up. For years would get up and go to the gym and do a session before work. And then I don't know if you plateau or what, but I was just like, I don't know. You don't get that like rush. It didn't have that like that buzz that'd get you through to smoke or whatever. And then I started running. And I was like, oh fuck, I feel really good again. I don't know if it's just like different training or whatever. Yeah. But I would like one or 2 days a week before the fight, I'd get up early and go for a run and a swim, and I felt unbelievable. Well, pretty much like all the training before like doing all this shit that I started doing, it was probably, when was it, 2020? I think I did my first like a road from the Byron Bay. Like before that, like my training was, I'll just go to train for no reason.
Yep.
And then now that like I have something to actually work for, like training's just been so much more enjoyable.
It's
so like,
so
I
good.
can get up at like 2:30 and go to the gym and do whatever, and like I feel like it's actually working towards.
When you get those like hard spots and you go like, no, this is for that thing. That's kind of not what I'm struggling with now, but like I snoozed on like such a cat, but I snoozed Saturday morning. I've been going and training and I didn't get up because like the last 10 weeks I've been like, well, you got the fight, so you have to get up.
Yeah.
But now I don't have a fight. I'm like,
like,
so you got it when you got something, it's so much easier.
Yeah, it is. And then that's why like I said to me post last night, like the biggest battle I was fighting was not having anything to do with my running. So like after I got back from Queensland, I felt so lost.
Yeah.
So I didn't know like I just couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then once I got like heard about me like what happened to my knee, so I was like, all right, that's something to work on. But then now finishing that, it's like been trying to find other areas in my life to put that energy in, the same energy in. I think I've got like this whiteboard now that sits at my bed, and I just write heaps of like I've got like a week goal and then like monthly, like month, and then like just a long term for whatever. And that's just been like I've been doing that for nearly 2 weeks now, or a week and a half or whatever. And I've just noticed it's just in my head because I read it every morning. Then like if I get to a point where I'm like I need to do something or do whatever, I just think of what's my list, and I was like, all right, I need to do this.
So good. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's those things like little. And it's again, it comes with age, I think. Like, unless you're a freak, like there's no like 20-year-olds doing that sort of stuff. But it's those sort of things you learn, and when you learn about yourself as well, you learn how you work best and what works best for you.
Yeah.
But you start to like, you can become really efficient, and like you say, like channeling your energy, not just fucking around scrolling on your phone, going like, okay, like what am I doing now?
That's my first one on there. It's just like put your energy in the right things.
So good.
So like if I'm sitting on my phone and I realise I'm on there too long, I just think of that and I just put my phone straight down and just go do it.
So good.
And it's like there would be a point there, like when I was training for Queensland, I was like 2:30 wake up, and then it'd be like ice bath, go train for whatever, go work, come in here, do some stuff, and then go home. And by like 5, it was like 6 o'clock maybe. It's just like I'd cut my phone off, just put my phone down, charge, and just leave it.
So good.
And it was so good.
Yeah.
But then like now I'll catch myself like sometimes before bed I'll just be like quick little scroll.
Yeah, they suck. It's one thing I hate, not hate, but like something I don't like about like the content that I do is like.
You got to be on
It
top
has
of
to be
it.
fun.
Yeah, you and you fight, but then like you go like, oh, see what's happening, and then next minute you just scroll,
Doom scrolling for other stuff.
bro, and it's like it's all garbage.
Yeah.
But then it's like that's it's all part of the fun, like where you put it out to. But you just scrolling, like, and they spend trillions of dollars making it that way, like so you can't put your phone down. So you're only human, but it's good to be able to put it down and just do some other shit, like do anything else.
Yeah, 100%. And then even like when you're with people too, I've noticed like I used to do it a fair bit, but now I just like if I'm with a group of people and we're doing something, like just be in that moment.
Yeah, well, I leave my phone. If I go to dinner, I've done it for years. I'll just leave my phone in the car. Yeah. Like if I'm going to dinner with the bride or like with the boys or whatever.
I might start doing that.
Yeah, leave your wallet too and get someone else to play. Yeah, no, because I'm like, well, there's nothing's going to be. It's like 6 o'clock on a Friday night. There's nothing, no work stuff's going to be pressing. Like if someone dies, okay, that sucks. I'll ring them back after dinner. Like, yeah, it's like I don't need my phone. Let's just hang out and watch the footy and shoot the shit. Because you're right. Because it's very easy to just, if you're filling that space, you pick your phone up, and start scrolling. It's like, well, yeah, you're just not being in the moment, and just like defeats the purpose.
100%.
Yeah, and you get more enjoyment out of everything you're doing. Like it's just a byproduct of being there. Like your food tastes better. You end up having more of a laugh. Like if you just fucking put your phone down. Yeah,
100% agree.
yeah. It's not an easy thing to do, but
It's not like it's hard.
yeah, shit, yeah.
But like ever since, like I was pretty good before I even did this whiteboard thing, and then now that I've got it going, it's like I just feel heaps more focused with everything.
That's
like,
great.
Even when I'm like in the mornings, I like wake up and I'll have like my alarm clock because it's like a light, so it gets bright.
Nice.
When I wake up,
Yeah.
and then like I'll lay in bed and just sit there, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to get up, and then I'll look to my right, and then there's the board. I'm like, oh, all right, I'm up, getting up, go.
Do you get that thing too? Is like you lay there and you go, I don't want to get up, and then you think about the feeling of if you don't get up and do it, and that's worse.
Yeah, it is.
Like you can lay there. It's okay. So how long could I lay here for? And it's like I'm gonna feel worse for not doing it. That's what gets me up every
Even
time.
if it's like an extra 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like that extra 10.
Yeah.
And then you get up after that extra 10, you're like, fuck,
And
this is way worse.
you never fall back to sleep. You know, like it's just warm, and you just
also, if you do fall back asleep, 10 times worse when you wake up again.
yeah. It's
then
funny.
You end up being tired like the whole day.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to implement things to be able to get out of bed without having your phone.
Yeah.
Right.
You just gotta like have things like I always say to people is just like have things that you enjoy doing in the morning. Like I don't start work till 7, but I'm up at like I'll be at something like either like 3:30, and then I'll go like either train or do something. But then I come home and I enjoy having brekkie and like doing something nice, and then just like having time to myself, and then go to work.
Yeah,
and it just sets me up for a better day. Like.
Yeah, it's so nice if you're not rushing straight from gym straight to work. If you can come home and have a nice feed and have a coffee and look at your BA.
Well, for a long time I was.
That's what we do it for. That's what we do it for. Yeah, but no, it is to be able to like.
I just had this picture of you going like
Just me on the
just
toilet.
morning poo after like the first sip of coffee. Just walk in, eyes still a bit shut, light turns on, you're just like just sit
That's what
down.
motivates me, bro. I'm gonna pay that extra off. Yeah, no, but it is nice to be able to do something nice at the start of your day and have that time.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, well, I thought I was like growing up, like pretty much been in the trade since I was 16, 17-ish, and then like all it was like I'd wake up at like 5 a.m. and then quickly get changed. We didn't have brekkie. It'd be brekkie. Well, brekkie was a pie, a Coke or a
Chalky milk.
Yeah.
Respect.
for years, man.
Yeah.
And then that's
Food
like
pyramid.
And then you bloody go to work all day, and then you'd come home and just eat shit, and I just feel that shit for years. And
It's funny, and you've got to feel. It is funny though, like you've got to feel shit to appreciate what it is to feel good as well. Like you can't, like you can, like I so I felt really good after the fight, and then I went and had pies and coffees for like every day for 2 weeks, and I was like, I feel like shit.
Yeah.
I need to feel good again. But you have to. You don't appreciate it because when you feel good all the time, that's just your baseline.
Yeah.
You gotta sometimes go through that, feel like crap, and have a few fucking chalky milks for brekkie to be like, okay, I hate myself. Let's go back to the gym.
Yeah.
Like, it makes you appreciate it more. It's good.
Yeah, I definitely get lost if I'm not like doing something.
Yeah.
For sure.
You gotta keep busy.
Yeah, 100%.
It's
Otherwise
good.
I'm fucking going insane.
Yeah.
Ringing Jacob too many times.
Yeah, I had a shower this afternoon after training.
Yeah, I tried to ring him. I was like, trying to let you know.
calls.
I was like, I'm not going to be there on time. But he would message me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm in
so
the
I ring him.
shower.
Yeah.
You answer when you're in the bath. Sometimes he's in the bathtub, bro. And I'll hear
Oh,
like,
bath guy.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's a big
yeah.
bath guy.
Respect.
I'm a big bath guy.
And I'll see
Big
like,
bath
just see the water like something. I'm like, are you in the bath, bro? He's like
splashing around.
hear his dick just
a little
floats
toddler,
on the side.
just floating up and down like this.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yeah, you in the bath, mate? Yeah, what about it?
No.
The shower's where I draw the line.
He'll ring me in his bath. He'll ring me while he's taking a shit, but having a shower. I'm not
Yeah.
Draw the line. Draw the line, man.
Gotta have boundaries, bro. Gotta have boundaries, man.
Draw the line.
That's great. That's fucking awesome.
All right, well, I know you got to shoot off to footy training, mate.
I
So,
do.
last question, mate. What's anything upcoming besides the live event? Anything upcoming?
Nah, live show, and then just gonna keep poking along with it. Like I said, having so much fun. Like doing stuff like this, it's just a fun hobby, and it's like come in and like not think about work. It's fun to come in and bitch about work. I find a lot of the first like 20 minutes of the pod is just me going fuck, like, which is great. It's cathartic and like get to have fun with it, and just gonna keep having heaps of fun like we have been and see where it goes, man. It's been so good so far, like just really cool. Like heaps of legends listening to it and getting to do so much fun stuff, and just gonna keep doing that. I mean, try and, like I said, not overthink it. Just gonna keep. I'll let Gabe do that. he can overthink it. I'll just that's great. I feel very lucky, and like I said, getting to do heaps of fun stuff, and just keep doing that. Just that's it. Yeah,
Awesome.
that's it. Thank you for having me.
Mate, it's
coming, bro.
we've probably known you for quite some time.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you coming on because it's going to help out our podcast.
Oh boy, literally, when I've got more time, I'd love to come and fucking, because that was going nice. That was going down one of them rabbit holes. Then
I was thinking to myself, I was like, we're gonna go far.
That's what I was like. So when I've got more time, I'd love to come and sit and we can do a Rogan 4-hour, protect our parks like 5-hour.
Bring the whiskey out.
Yeah,
the whiskey out.
No, for sure, I'd love to. And this is sick. And what you guys are doing is so sick too. Like the coaching stuff's there's no, like it's in rare air. Like there's no one really doing it. It's very, very cool and very, very, very exciting that you're doing it. And you're helping people, which is very cool too. It's sick. Very, very happy for you. Happy it's going well.
Yeah, it is. It's going really
It's
well.
really good,
Yeah.
Hopefully you go a little bit better soon and I can get out of concrete.
Why? It's why do you want to get you need, bro, a Bachelor of Arts. you gotta get up the tools. BA will get you there quick. Fucking hell, then you pay it off for another 12 years or whatever.
This has been more of a therapy session.
It's all I do on a podcast. I just fucking whinge and then leave. That's it. That's all I do. Yeah.
Well, where can people find you, mate? Just on Insta or?
Yeah, Instagram, Daily Blue News, Facebook, Daily Blue News, podcast on Spotify and everything, Daily Blue Weekly, and Gabe's on TikTok. I think it's Daily Blue Weekly on TikTok as well, but I'm not there.
I'll find all of those and put them in the show notes.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Thank you for having me, fellas. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. See you next week. Peace.